What's up, guys? It's your creative friends with a Legends of Chima review, and we've got Eris's Eagle Interceptor. This is set 70003. Recommended ages 8 to 14, 348 pieces with 3 minifigures, 2 builds. We get a Raven glider that you see over here, the small glider, and then the larger Interceptor. This is a 1 booker, so we get one of those medium-sized guides that has, I don't know, 70 pages or so. Of the 3 minifigures, Eris is our exclusive of the Eagle tribe, and then we get 2 minifigures from the Raven tribe. And let's do what we do and get these minifigures on the pedestal right now. Alright, first off, we are going to start with Eris, and it is Eris's Eagle Interceptor. So we've got the 1 weapon, you see the CHI on there, very detailed printing on that headpiece. And now we will remove the accessories and get a better look. Alright, here's a little closer look at Eris. And that is the back torso printing and the other side of the face. And this is Razar. Got the hook hand going. Cool weapon. I really dig the purple minifigure hands that they got going with these Ravens. The color combination for the Ravens is pretty sweet. Black, gray, purple. Kind of like the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are a NFL football team, for those that don't know or that may be watching from other countries. And there's the awesome printing on the torso and face. Man, they go all out on these Chima minifigures. Alright, our last minifigure here is Rizzo. And you can tell right off that Rizzo has a peg leg, but it is probably made of metal or something, not wood, like we've seen in other minifigures. And Rizzo has an awesome weapon that is also very Raven-esque with this piece on it right here. Well, Rizzo has been through some battles because we've got a mangled eye, and it's consistent on the other side. Check that out. Love it. Alright, that does it for our minifigures. Let's move on. Alright, this is the Raven glider. So this is one of the smaller builds that we get in this set. And we've got a couple of weapons here. You can kind of see that this does represent a Raven's head. And then we have 2 sticker pieces on top. We've got the CHI, which is powering the glider, and a place for one of our Ravens to stand. Let's grab one. And that's kind of how they fly. So they got a couple of controls. And we are off trying to get some CHI because the Ravens are trying to steal the CHI, and then of course the Eagles come and they try and capture the Ravens and get the CHI back. That's what it's all about. Alright, and finally we move on to the Eagle Interceptor itself, and that is what it looks like. That is an eagle, my friends. You can see that the beak is well defined, the head of the eagle is all here, the cockpit, and look at the claws, the talons, which actually can clamp down and carry a minifigure, and I'll demonstrate that for you. But just really detailed build. Turn around, and all of the feathers are completely movable, so you can move the wings in any position that you like, and then move the feathers also in any position you like to really put this in any type of mode. Attack mode, flight mode, you get the idea. So here are a couple of the movable parts. The legs are on these hinges, and underneath you can kind of see that for landing, and I'm assuming this is for landing and takeoff, this is not a sticker. These are printed on pieces. I'm assuming that this is how, you can see one of the talons just fell off. You can see this is how it would probably lift off and take down. Just, I'm assuming that's what these are for, but we'll learn more as we see the show and we see this Interceptor in action. Also get a couple of stickers on these round pieces here, but that's pretty much it as far as the stickers go. So it's more of a pure build, and they went off the detail of the pieces themselves. I'm sorry, I missed these stickers. So we have stickers on top here, on top of the leg as well. Oop. And one here. You can tell Minifig built this, or I would know where the stickers were. Also, I want to show you this. So the cockpit does eject, and then this opens, and there's controls to fly the Interceptor. And then this could also fly on its own. We have that. Makes it a little easier to handle here to show you more of the details. Because in the back, well, we have the CHI, of course, that powers the vehicle. But we can also use this as a prison. So let's just put one of our ravens here. We can clamp down on the raven, and you can lift him so he stays pretty good there. And then once we bring him back, we can put him in the prison, close this down, and mission accomplished. Because the eagles are good guys and ravens are bad guys. So that is a cool little hidden compartment and a really nice play feature of the Interceptor. Now, I've already lost 2 of these just while demonstrating this for you. So let's see how many will stay on through the rest of this review. Last real play feature of this are some flick missiles. So we get 1 on each wing, and you can see what they look like here. So that's what it looks like coming at you. That one hit the floor, and then let's see if we can, boom, you can kind of see that one fly out. Now these wings are also on these ball and joint hinges. However, there are a lot of pieces that go on in building these wings, and it's kind of heavy. So unlike some of our other builds where you can really position it and it will stay, you can already see the one wing is just kind of dropping down because it can't support all of the weight of the pieces. So if you're thinking about just putting this on your shelf and getting it into the right position and leaving it there over time or immediately, gravity is going to pull these down. So it's more of just a play feature as you're using it. Knowing that you're not going to be able to keep the wings in the position that you want. Okay, set score time, and we're going to start with the minifigures. I'm going to give the minifigures an 8 out of a possible 10 points because we get Eris, who is exclusive, and I like the 2 ravens that they gave us. These are probably my 2 favorite ravens out of them all because we get the 2 that have injuries, right? We're missing a hand here and we're missing a leg here. So I dig that. I think it just adds some more character to the ravens and adds more character to the set. All right, let's move on to value. This set is a $34.99 retail price, and you get about 350 pieces, 348 to be exact. But you get 3 minifigures, you get the glider, and you get the front of this, which comes off that you can kind of use on its own. So I'm really going to go 10 here on value. I think for the price, you get a tremendous amount of playability and other stuff out of this set. So for value, definitely a 10. Durability, however, I'm dropping it down to a 7. So we saw, these pop off. We lost 2 of them, and you can't really position these or they just drop. And you know, if you play with these enough, they're going to pop off too. So durability is a 7 for me. Playability, however, we go back up to a 9 because of, well, I've shown it to you, because there's a lot to play with, right? The glider, the Interceptor itself, the 3 minifigures, and epicness, also going to go 8. We've seen some other Chima sets that are more epic than this, but this is pretty high up there. So 8 on epicness, which brings my overall score to 42 out of a possible 50. Let us know how you score this set or each of the individual categories in the comments. Don't feel like you have to score the whole thing. So if you just want to score minifigures, just score minifigures. And we have every Chima set reviewed, so there is a link in the description to see the entire Chima playlist. So go for it and watch those videos, cause they're pretty awesome. And thanks for watching. And to your creative friends, please comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, like this video, thumbs up action, and stay creative. Peace!